Hey guys, good morning. The sun just came out in California and things are looking up. I know that we can't control any of this, so I wanted to talk today about focus is greater than FOMO. It's so hard being stuck at home and feeling like we're missing out on a lot of things. We've had really important things canceled, postponed, moved in our lives, and it feels so out of control. And for me, personally, that sucks. I don't like it at all. I know a lot of you are feeling the same way, but all we can control is our reactions right now. All we can control is our internal experience and how we look at things. So I'd encourage you, when you're feeling that sense of FOMO and you're missing out and things aren't what you wanted them to be, I get it. I'm right there with you. And all we can do is really take stock, take a breath, and focus on something maybe that we want to learn or improve upon in our own lives while we're at home doing this social distancing together. So I'm super happy you're here. London, I see you. Israel, I see you. Lots and lots of states in America, I see you. I'm home with you. Let's get to working out. If you have a red band, go ahead and take it. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. Just use empty hands, okay? We're going to get started straight away with the squat. The band is going to go flat under the balls of your feet. So we have our feet about 4 inches apart, parallel. All 10 toes are shining forward. And the idea is that we are going to send the arms outbound into the knee as we exhale and lower into the squat. Here we go. Exhale, creasing at the hips. The hips reach back, arms reach long. Inhale, raising up all the way to standing. Exhale, let that red band traction your toes outbound a little bit and help you find that connection under the balls of your feet. Trust a little more weight into your heels as you stay connected to the balls of those feet. Inhale as you rise up. The arms are moving out because they are connected via the middle back. At T6, that's where our arms grow when we are in utero. So let's make sure we think about having one arm. So we have one continuous circle through the red band, through the middle back. Or if you do not have a red band, more like a scarf, just kind of reaching around your back. Exhale to lower. Inhale to raise up with full intention. Try not to be afraid of sending the arms long, really long. Think about this, sending the legs really long to rise. Exhale as you lower down. Sitting bones broaden. Inhale as you bring it up. If you expected something nice and gentle to start with, you might not have taken my class before, so here we go. Welcome to Wunda Bar. Exhale as you lower down. Inhale as you bring it up. 2 more, just like this, guys. Really concentrate on the crease of the hips first before the knees bend every time we squat. Last one, we're going to hold it down. Hold and breathe. Recommit to balancing the weight across the soles of your feet, all 4 corners of the feet. If the arms get aggressive, simply lower them down a little bit. From here, we're going to reach back like we're about to sit in a chair by about 1 inch, and then we're going to raise up by about 1 millimeter. I'm shaking on that first lift. Go back down 1/2 inch and come up 1 inch. So I'm offering different distances on purpose because I don't want you to phone it in and just kind of bounce through the bottom of the squat. See what happened with the knees? That's gross. Don't do that. We're going to raise up and we're going to lower. We're lubricating the hips, slowly lowering and slowly raising. Last 3 of these. Choose a slightly different distance on the way down than the way up. Navel draws up and in the whole time. This is the last one. And with intention, rise all the way up. All right, guys. Let's keep the band under the left foot. We're going to flip our hands into an underhand position like a bicep curl. And we're going to lower into one isometric lunge. That's never good news. Here we go. Bend both knees. Left knee creeps in front of the ankle crease. And think about this hip reaching away from that knee. That's going to level out the pelvis. From here, exhale, arms bent. Inhale, arms extend. The right knee is directly below the right hip, and the sternum right here is just above your pubic bone. So we don't want to bow forward today. Yesterday we were bowing forward in our lunges. Today we're staying upright. I'm keeping my elbows close to my ribs. If you're looking for more focus through the arms and shoulders, you can send the arms outbound and do the curl this way. My palms are facing up towards the sky as I draw it in and out. So it's up to you where you have those elbows. Further down is less aggressive, further up is more challenge. If you do not have a red band, do the same thing, just without the resistance of the band. You'll still get cardio effort, and you'll still get sculpting and toning as well, just with a less aggressive experience. Let's lower into that left hip, maybe an inch more. Hold. You should feel that glute med all the way up to the back side of the waistline. Let's take the arms out into a wide V again. Hold and breathe. Peel the left heel just about an inch off the floor. Hold and breathe. Isometric challenge, 8. Reach the left hip away from the left knee, holding and breathing. You have 3. Stay with me, guys. This is 2. And bring the left heel down. Slowly rise up. Okay. From here, we are going to take that red band, and it's going to be in 2 pieces in one hand. Take the loop of that band around the arch of your left foot. Once you're there, we're going to come into a kneeling position, a 4-point kneel position. Again, you can do this without a band. This is just for extra resistance. It's going to be like when we are on the jump board doing a 3-point kneeling. Here we go. Go back to position. Hover the left knee and the left foot, left shin off of the mat. Exhale to prepare. Narrow your ribs around your spine. Inhale, lengthen the leg, reaching it all the way back. Exhale, soften the knee, resist it coming back into start. Inhale, lengthen the leg all the way out. So you can think of this like that jump. If we were facing towards the rear of the machine and our foot is on the jump board, we're doing that same range of movement, but without the equipment. So we can still get a really nice focus while we're stuck at home. Inhale as you lengthen and reach. Exhale as you bring it back in. If this feels aggressive on your low back, bring the leg lower as you send it out rather than coming to hip height. So it's up to you. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, lengthen it out. 3 more, just like this, guys. Try not to let the belly hang to the floor just as we are facing down. Last 2. Last 1, hold it out. Leg is long. It can be lower or it can be raised at hip height. Don't go any higher than that. Additional challenge, you can float the right arm outbound. Hold and breathe. Little bird dog position. Hold and breathe for 8, 7, 6. Plug the right arm down the middle, back for 4, 3, 2, and bring the hand down with control. Bring the knee in with control. All right, guys. Keeping that red band, if you have it, we're gonna lay on our backs and go into a little downhill ski jump on our back. So it goes under the arches of both feet. I like to get that red band as broad as I can. Lay on down, arms go up. I like to keep my elbows down to start with. My feet are glued together. Pick up your head for more ab challenge. We're gonna lift up, shoulder blades are off the floor, but no wrinkles were added to the front side of the body. Here we go. On an exhale, float the knees up into tabletop using the deep abs to do so, finding your neutral pelvis. On the inhale, knees swivel to the left. Exhale through center. Inhale, knees swivel to the right. Keep working at your own pace, alternating side to side. If it's aggressive, head goes down. So pay attention to your neck and your body. The pelvis is not rolling side to side with you. The pelvis is quiet. Inhale as you rotate. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, legs extend. Exhale, resist it in. Try not to just kind of flop in. We want to find that connection and that effort in both directions. Additional arm and middle back challenge. You can send the arms out and off the floor. It's up to you. Inhale to extend. Exhale, resist it in. Inhale to extend. Keep the opposite hip anchored. You have 3 more. I mean 3 each side, just so you know, not just 3 total. Here we go. This is our second set before we're finished here. Last one. Bring it all the way in. With control, head goes down. With control, feet go down. All right, guys. From here, we are going to stay on our back. We're going to go into a bridge. Feet are 4 inches apart, parallel. I'm going to use the red band. You can use empty hands as well if you do not have one today. Arms come up above the chest. Anchor all 4 corners of your feet. For my height, I like to walk my feet out a little bit because we don't want to crowd the knee joint, okay? So pay attention to how that feels in your knees. They should have some breathing room. From there, we are going to float the pelvis up because the glutes are lifting it in concert with the abs and the hamstrings. It shouldn't feel like a hamstring cramp. If it does, recruit the glutes. Here we go, guys. We're going to lubricate the shoulders while we hold that bridge. Hold the left hand where it is. Right arm comes up and alongside the ear, floating parallel with the floor. And bring it back to start. Left arm swivels through the shoulder socket, taps the floor, and bring it up. So we don't want to lock the elbow, but I want the arm nice and straight. Do not be afraid of straight, fully extended joints. But we want them active. Are you still lifting your pelvis? You should feel the glute med on the outer diagonal of the hip, all the way up to your waistline. If you're not, send your glutes and recruit them into the party. Lengthen your kneecaps long away from your shoulders. Make sure your knees are not tipping in or out. They should be aligned with big toe, second toe. Let's do one more on the right side and one more on the left. And bring the arms up. With control, we are going to hinge the pelvis down. Arms stay up. Now, guys, this might be hard to see on your screen, but let's try this together. My pants are touching the mat, but I am not resting at all. So if you can get your booty to just graze the mat, but do not rest into it. Can you see that difference? Now I'm resting in the mat. Now I'm hovering off the mat, even though my pants are touching and I'm shaking. That's because we're accessing the transverse abdominis. It's like a diamond on the front side of the body. It wraps all the way around, but you can really feel that connection if you just hover your hips off of the mat. Go ahead and set the hips down and float them up so just your pants leave. And set them down. Kick it up. So do this at your own pace, holding a neutral pelvis, finding equal weight across the soles of the feet. It's a little lift and a little lower. It's a really tiny range of movement, but it accesses your deep abdominals. Let's do 4 more here. These are spine stabilizers. If you're feeling a little bit kind of stuck in the low back after being home so much and maybe a little more sedentary than normal, this is a great thing to help support your spine. Let's do 1 more. And set the hips down. All right, guys, let's go ahead and go into that 3-point kneeling jump on the other side with that red band. So we're gonna take the red band around the arch of the right foot. Yep. 2 stretches of the red band go into our right hand. And we're gonna go into a 4-point kneeling position like so. From here, on an inhale, lengthen the right leg all the way long. If this is a good height for you and your body and you can do it without shortening the low back like this, that's not what we want. Find lots of control, lower it down if you need to. Exhale, bring the leg in. Inhale, lengthen the leg back. I'll bet you $10 that if you bring your right knee and right leg and right foot in just a tiny bit towards the middle line of the body, you'll feel your inner thigh fire up and your core more active. So stay connected to that line. That's really important while we work. There's no such thing as just a booty exercise. I want everything working in concert. Here we go. Inhale as we extend. Check in if the inner thigh is active. Exhale as you bring it in. We can find that glute-med connection again all the way up to the waistline as you reach. I'm kind of glad I don't have a mic on today because you would hear me huffing and puffing over here. This is no joke, guys. Inhale as you extend. Exhale as you bend. We're holding this next one out. Here we go. Hold the next one out. Lengthen the left arm. Hold and breathe. Isometric challenge. Last 6. Stay with me. I'll do it if you do it. Last 3, 2, and left arm comes down. With control, right knee comes down. Okay, guys, let's keep that red band. Let's go into that lunge. We're going to have the band under the right foot this time. And we're going to do a rowing movement rather than a bicep curl. So the band is under the arch of my right foot. Take a natural step back with your left foot. Here we go. Palms are facing back behind me. Keeping the sternum right over the pubic bone. We're going to exhale, elbows row outbound to the side. And inhale as the arms go long. Exhale, send the arms outbound. Inhale, arms go long. Holding that right leg low in our lunge. I'm going to show you the arms from the front. You keep working. So it's the same idea, guys. We're holding the lunge, but the arms are going outbound like this. They're going a little bit behind me. The elbows are going a little bit behind me, opening the front. So heel raise. This is our last one. Hold the elbows bent out to the side. The right inner thigh talks to the right heel to pick it up just an inch or so. Hold and breathe for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. With control, right heel goes down. With control, inhale and rise all the way up. All right, let's get into some spinal rotation. And we're going to do it with another squat. What? We already did one. Too damn bad. Let's go. Knees and toes are glued together. Palms face down. And the band is in one stretch in front of you. Holding one squat, okay? Hold one squat. Knees are magnetized. Outer thighs are magnetized. We are going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, band goes long as we rotate, stretching and spiraling through the ribs. Inhale through center. Exhale, rotate the other direction. Inhale through center. Exhale, rotate the ribs, keeping the side body long the whole time. Inhale as you rotate. Can you trust your heels with a tiny touch more weight? Do not load your heels. Do not pick up your toes. That is a no-go. That will disconnect you from the middle line of the body. So keep all 4 corners of your feet active, but I want the heels to be trusted to hold you in this squat with the balls of feet. And that's going to help you find balance and effort through the entire body. Inhaling through center. Exhaling like you're wringing out a towel, going side to side. Exhale to rotate. Inhale through center. Last 2 to the left. Last 2 to the right. This is going to be our last one to the left. Last one to the right. And bring it all the way up with control. All right, guys, let's go into a roll down, continuing with a focus on some rotation through our spine. So we're going to sit in a nice tall L sit. You can bend your knees a little bit if you need to. Use your red band or empty hands. We're going to go into an oblique-oriented roll down. So it looks like this. Arms are outbound as if we have loops on the machine sitting down facing the rear. We're going to first lean just 2 to 3 inches. Hold. Rotate the ribs towards the left. So I rotated everything towards the left. Left arm dropped a bit, right arm raised. Now we're going to roll the tailbone under us. And I'd like you to visualize almost like the left side of your spine is rolling down. That's an exhale. And then we're going to inhale as we lengthen, float the head off of the floor, and rise all the way back up to the top. Let's rotate. Left hand comes up, ribs rotate to the right, right arm layers down. Glide the tailbone under you first. Glide the low back. Rolling down the middle back. Down the upper back. Inhaling to bring it up. Now, in a perfect world, guys, we're gonna go at the same speed in both directions. You might have already caught me that I have a little speed spot that I go through. So that's not ideal, right? So right about here, oh, that's usually where I really race through. So we wanna find that length and find that control in both directions. It is not easy to do. So it's something that we can all continue to work on. Pilates is called a practice on purpose because we're practicing it. We're not aiming for perfection. We're aiming for progress and improvement in our own body. Improvement in function. And then when it functions well, hooray, it looks great too. Lean back, roll the tailbone under, lengthening as we roll down on an exhale. This is our last one, rotated towards the left. Inhale as we pick it up. Center it out. Rotate, lengthen, tailbone under, rolling under, lengthening down. Try to go in the same speed. Inhale, pick it up. We're still rotated. All the way to the top. We're going to transition straight into a teaser from here. Keep the red band if you have it. If not, no problem. Here we go, guys. We're going to use the psoas. That's the suspender muscles on the front side of the body. We're going to use the psoas to ask our inner thighs to float up into a teaser position. This is like my least favorite / favorite. It's a little bit of both. So if you hate it, so do I, but we're trying to get better together. Collarbones are wide. I have a narrow or a shallow curl to my spine rather than a flat back. That helps me access my abs better. And I'm thinking about the red band serving as resistance to sink those femur bones, those thigh bones, deep into the pelvis. Isometric challenge here. Hold and breathe. Let's take the arms up and out, continuing to effort through the middle back. 8, 7, magnetize those outer thighs, lengthen on the front body. For 3, for 2, with control, bring the arms down. With control, allow the legs to float down. Good, you guys. All right, let's set that red band down just for a moment, and let's go into a rolling plank. I love these. We're gonna have our hands wide on the mat, feet are 4 inches apart parallel. If this is aggressive to you at any time, you can come onto your knees and your forearms like this, okay? Same range of movement, just on the knees and elbows. Here we go. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, draw your ribs close to your spine. We're gonna tip onto the right side first. So we tip onto the right side, left arm opens. Now I have the sides of feet flat to the floor. Left arm comes down, center it out through a plank, and now the sides of the feet are on the floor again. So we're gonna inhale through center, exhale as we go to the other side. This should not be super duper fast, okay? So we don't wanna roll through it and lose our intention. So it's really more of a weight transfer. So this rolling plank is a centering of the weight and then a weight transfer into the lateral right line of the body. Notice that I'm not allowing the hips to drop. So get the hips up if they're dropping. Weight shift through center. And now we've transferred the weight to the left side. Weight transfer. Weight is now through the right side. Hold it here. Bring the legs stacked. From here, guys, take the arc of the body long. Arcing here on an inhale. Exhale back through your side plank. 3 more. Inhale, arc, lifting off of the shoulder if it's feeling aggressive. Lift off of that joint. Do not sink into it. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale through center. Last one on this side. Inhale, arcing. Exhale here. Return the foot in front of your right foot. Transfer into your plank. Shift your weight to the other side. Right arm floats up, hold. Right foot stacks on the left. Here we go. Arcing up and over. Bring it back. Lifting the bottom ribs, fanning the top ribs. Lifting off of the shoulder below you. This is going to be our last one, guys. Exhale, bring it here. Right foot comes in front of the left, hands come back into plank. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and allow the knees to lower down. While we're here, let's go into a transverse abdominal lift. So that's the deep muscles we found when we were on our back, and we're going to find it now in a 4-point kneel position. Hands go on the mat. Roll out the shoulders if you need to. Tops of feet are flat, so I didn't flip under like this. Tops of feet are flat. First thing we do is nod the chin. Now I'm looking at my knees. Second thing we do is round the upper back. So now I'm looking more towards my feet behind me and the top of the inner thighs. So we have a deep curl before anything started, but it came from the upper back with intention. All right, guys, now what we're gonna do is give a little breathing room to the elbows. Make sure they're not locked out. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Think about a hammock under your ribs, floating the knees up off the floor, just an inch or so. Hold and breathe. Hold the knees up. You should feel almost like you have that red band. Keep holding, I'm watching you. And we're gonna have that red band under the ribs. That's what's lifting you up. And go ahead and set those knees down. So it shouldn't feel like an external bracing experience. Those are your external obliques if you're feeling that. See if you can go deeper. Let's try again. Collarbones are wide. Nod the chin. Around the upper back, looking at your upper inner thighs. Tops of feet are heavy into the floor. And lift from under the base of the ribs. Find that deep sensation of that deep layer of abdominals holding you up. For 4, for 3, for 2, and float it back down. We can do a little arc forward, a little cat pose forward, a little counter posture there. And let's do it one more time. Everyone knows I hate even numbers. Sorry, that's how it goes. All right, nod your chin. Round your back. Soften the elbows just a tiny touch. Lift from under the ribs. Hold and breathe. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and gently set the knees down. All right, you guys, this next thing we're gonna do is gonna help us wrap up. We're gonna do a little bit of a stretch, a little bit of an efforting, a little bit of both, okay? So take your red band if you have it. You can use a yoga strap if you have it instead, or you can just have the leg in free space. It's gonna go under the arch of the left foot only, this red band, and 2 stretches of the red band are in my left hand. Lay all the way down on your back. These are called supine leg circles. We do them with our foot in strap in studio. And since we can't be there right now, we're gonna do it with the red band. Here we go. Keep the pelvis level. Reach your left hip away from your left shoulder. And we're gonna do a circle here. Sweeping the left leg around. Bring it back up. We're gonna do 3 like that. I'm going into external rotation as I hover out over the floor. And bring it back. I have good news. This is the last one, but then we're gonna recruit that right leg into the story as well. Bring it back up. All right, hold the leg up. Float the right leg up to greet it. My heels are touching, toes are turned out in a V position. Lower the legs down, maybe to about a 45-degree angle. Pay attention to your low back. Keep the heels glued together. Exhale, knees soften. Extra challenge. Head is up for an abdominal curl. Inhale, legs reach long. I always like to imagine holding a black Amex card between my heels. Someone used to tell me a penny. I'm like, not motivating. That's not motivating to me at all. Inhale as you extend. So whatever motivates you, that's what you're holding between your heels the whole time. If you do not drop it, you get to keep it. Let's do 2 more with the heels glued together. Only that left leg is getting support, so that right leg is, what? Where's mine? It's coming next. Inhale, legs go long. Exhale, knees soften. This is the last one. Legs go all the way long. With control, allow the legs to lower down. With control, set the head down. We're gonna come into a downward facing dog and do a little bit of fascial flossing with that as well, okay? So no band for this. Hands come wide on your mat. Feet go wide, 4 inches apart, parallel. Sink back into your best downward facing dog. So we have our hips up, our torso down. Think about opening your heart down towards that mat. And what we're gonna do, guys, is do a baby bend of the knees and extend. I'd love it if you'd peek at the screen for just a second, because I want you to see that my heels are not changing in space and my hips are not changing in space. and I'm shaking like crazy. So it is a neurological stretch, stretching the fascia of the body, hydrating and lubricating the fascia just with motion, but really giving it some special attention as we are so much more sedentary. You can think of fascia, keep working, keep doing that little bend and extend. You can think of fascia like if you got a fancy box of pears and there's that little netting around it. You can think about that as the netting between the muscles and the skin. So it's holding everything together, and if that fascia is dried out and tight, you're gonna think everything's tight. Oh, my hamstrings are so tight. It might not be your hamstrings, it might be your fascia. So do that little stretch as often as you need to, and you can feel that tingle. It feels really great. Feel really open afterwards. Go ahead and set your knees down. Come onto your seat. We're going to take the red band onto the arch of the right foot. Going into that supine leg circle, other side. It goes into the arch of the right foot. And we're gonna lay on down. Find your neutral pelvis, guys. We're gonna float the right leg up to the sky. Reach the right hip long away from the right shoulder. Inhale as the leg goes up to the side. I don't care how low. If it feels aggressive on your low back, you can always bend the knee a little bit too. This should not be a throwaway. This should feel like a lot of effort for the body. So do not just use that red band to support you. Use it as little as possible as you're moving around. Float the right leg up. It's now external rotation. Allow the left leg to join it. Maintain your neutral pelvis. Heels are glued together. Lower down to about a 45-degree angle. Heels are glued together. You're holding something that motivates you. Inhale as you extend. Exhale as you soften. Extra challenge here. Pick up the head. This is one of our last things today. Continued focus through the core. Inhale as you extend. Exhale as you soften. Last two, guys. Inhale, legs extend. With control, float them all the way down. All right, guys, let's go ahead and slide both feet inside. Both feet inside of that red band now. We're going to float the legs up. Legs are long towards the sky. Have one stretch of the red band in each hand. All we're going to do is really think about the toes drawing towards our nose. Heels reaching to the sky, tailbone heavy in the floor. Just take a nice deep breath here. Send breath to any areas of tightness you're holding in your body. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty darn shaky as those legs are being held up in the air. It's a good thing. I like it. Being held up in the air. It's a good thing. I like it. This with you guys. Let's go ahead and bend the legs a lot. Exhale here. Inhale, see if you can reach for even a deeper stretch as you extend. Hold and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, knees soften with control. Legs go all the way down. We're going to go into a little side bending stretch on our knees here. So come onto your knees about 4 inches apart, parallel. Left hand goes down the left thigh. Right arm comes up and over. Just take a breath here. Exhale as you come up through center. Inhale, arcing over. Exhale, up through center. You can go into a child's pose for our last thing. Toes are touching, knees are wide. Really thinking about using your breath to add length to the spine. Exhale, releasing any lingering tension, emotional or physical, you're feeling in your body. Inhale, adding breath and space in your body. Exhale, slowly curl up, releasing anything that isn't serving you today. I'm so glad we got to do this. Thank God for technology to keep us all connected as we are at home. Can't wait to see you soon, guys. I don't have any crew here, so here I come to turn it off. Have a beautiful day, everyone.